What is up, Critics? So about 7 hours after the new event week came out this morning, Rockstar announced on their newswire that tomorrow they will actually be having a separate Black Friday sale that will only last from November 27th to November 30th, 2020. So this does not replace the existing event week discounts, it just kind of adds onto them for a limited time. So it's pretty much just like a weekend sale. I'll leave the link to the newswire down below if you'd like to read up on the discounts on your own. Now, unfortunately, I can't visually show the discounts because they don't come out till tomorrow the 27th, and I'm currently recording this on the 26th. But TezFunds2 on Twitter did tweet the calculations for the discounted prices, so big thank you to him. I will put those discounted prices next to the regular prices of the vehicles in this video. So before I start with these ridiculous discounts, I want to mention that from what I can tell, Rockstar is definitely trying to get people to spend most of their money before that DLC comes out in literally less than 3 weeks. So there are a ton of discounts. I'm going to go through them in order of website, so let's get started. Starting off with the Legendary Mortarsphere website, we have 60% off the Vest 8, bringing the price down to about $718,000. Pretty good deal there. The Vest 8 is one of the top supercars for races with lots of top speed sections in particular, and stun races as well. Next up, we have 70% off the Shotaro, bringing the price down to about $667,000. This is currently the king of motorcycle races for most tracks with lots of turns, and it's normally way overpriced in my opinion, but for about $667,000, that is a much better price in my opinion and definitely worth considering. Moving on to the Warstock website, we have a ton of discounts on here. So firstly, we have 70% off the Terabyte and the upgrades/renovations for it as well. Next up, we have 60% off the Ruiner 2000, bringing the price down to about $2 million. Keep in mind they need to own a special vehicle warehouse in order to purchase it, and honestly, I prefer the Scramjet a lot more. And speaking of the Scramjet, that one is also 60% off, bringing the price down to about $1.5 million. It's one of my favorite vehicles with special abilities in the game, and it's a ton of fun to mess around with. Next up, we have 60% off the Stromberg, bringing the price down to about $1 million. That is of course the submarine car that has missiles and armor as well. I wonder if we'll be able to use this in the new Island Heist update since they kind of teased that submarine we can buy. Not sure, but I guess we'll see. Moving along, we have 50% off the regular Oppressor, bringing the price down to about $1.5 million. The regular Oppressor is a great bike to get around the map, but obviously the Mark II is a lot better in my opinion, a lot more consistent. And speaking of the Mark II, that one is also 50% off, bringing the price down to about $1.7 million. So under $2 million for the Mark II, that's absolutely insane. Now I know the Mark II has a bad reputation for many reasons, but I personally use it just to get around the map quickly. If you don't have an Oppressor Mark II, I would highly suggest buying it this week. Keep in mind that in order to customize the Mark II, you need to own a Terabyte with the Specialized Workshop upgrade and a nightclub to store the Terabyte in. Moving along, we have 70% off the Bambushka, bringing the price down to about $1.5 million. The Bambushka is an awesome plane to customize, but keep in mind that you need to own a hangar in order to purchase it. Next up, we have 70% off the B-11 Strikeforce, bringing the price down to about $1.1 million. The B-11 is an awesome jet, but personally I prefer the Hydra. Also keep in mind we need to own a hangar in order to purchase the B-11. Moving on to the Latest Travels website, we have 70% off the regular Luxor, bringing the price down to about $500,000. Kind of pointless to buy this in my opinion, as you can just steal it in free mode. But you can bring it to your hangar and paint it gold and kind of trick people from the outside into thinking that you have the crazy $10 million deluxe version. I mean, obviously that one has the cigars and champagne inside, but from the outside, no one can really tell. And speaking of the Luxor Deluxe, that one is also 70% off, bringing the price down to about $3 million, which is still too much money in my opinion. Also keep in mind that the game doesn't let you fly around in passive mode in the Luxor Deluxe. So if you try to fly it around in free mode, you'll most likely get shot down. Next up, we have 70% off the Swift and the Flying Bravo version, bringing the price down to about $500,000. I really enjoy the Swift as a helicopter in general, and this is a pretty good price for it. And this is the same thing with the regular Swift, as you can take it to your hangar and paint it gold to make it look like the Swift Deluxe version from the outside. And speaking of a Swift Deluxe, that one is also 70% off, bringing the price down to about 1.5 million. I don't really recommend buying any of these deluxe versions for just gold paint jobs and interior gimmicks, just my opinion honestly. And that's all the Black Friday sale discounts. Again, this is only for November 27th through November 30th, 2020. If you are playing on one of those dates and don't see the discounts, just restart your game and you will see them. Let me know which discounts are your favorite and what vehicles you will be buying. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next one.